Hey everybody, today's video is going to be about wristbands, specifically your lead wristband and how it influences your club positioning throughout your swing. Now let's just start with explaining what wristbands are. Wristbands obviously is when the wrist bends up or down. When we talk about wristbands, we're always talking about your lead wrist, so your glove hand. And there's two types of wristbands. It's either wrist bend up, and that's going to be called extension, or wrist bent down, that's going to be called flexion. So in this first clip, I'm demonstrating what lead wrist flexion looks like. A player on the tour who demonstrates this very well is going to be Collin Morikawa. You can see at the top of his backswing, his lead wrist is bent down quite a bit. That's going to be a great feeling to feel for yourself if you're practicing. It works for his swing, so he doesn't have to change a thing. He can keep that lead wrist bent into flexion quite a bit. It encourages more of that closed club face and a shallower swing path, so very good for draws. Now, lead wrist extension, as you can see here, that's going to lengthen the swing, and it's also going to encourage an open club face. And a tour player who does this or used to do this is John Daly. You don't see it very often from tour players. You see it more in amateurs who slice the ball especially. But what it does is it lengthens your swing and it encourages an open club face. So players that do slice the ball, that's why you see the top of the backswing look like that, why it's so common, is because of that overswing and the open club face. Now, if we're talking about path, extension, as you can see here, is going to cause a very steep path. And I'd say a big reason for that is you have to get your arms caught up with your turns. You can't do that from a shallow swing path. So that's why it causes you to come steep in the downswing. It's going to be the exact opposite for flexion. You can see how far inside the hands that club face is. And that's going to encourage more of that draw swing. There is a third wristband. If you call it a wristband, I would say it's just neutral or no wristband. This is Justin Thomas right here at the top of his backswing. You can see his wrist is perfectly straight. Works very well for his swing. He doesn't have to worry at all about wristbands. And I want to give you guys the front view to show you. I don't know why more pros don't teach or talk about wristbands. I'd say it's one of the more important things in the golf swing because it does influence the path and the club face so much. But I digress. Going on from here into the follow through, you can see that lead arm stays very straight when I'm swinging with flexion in that wrist throughout the follow through. And if you're gonna take a swing with extension in the follow through, you can see the elbow bends, so more of a chicken wing, and that left hand gets on top of the right very quickly. So someone I know who does this is Jordan Spieth. He's done it his whole life. He's made it work pretty well. But I would encourage you guys to not do this because it's tougher to keep a consistent club face throughout. Going to the top here, I'm going to show you a good way to practice this, and I call these freezer drills. So again, what a freezer drill is you stop at the top of your backswing, you freeze there, check your wrist, make sure it's flexed, or if you're practicing extension, make sure it's extended, and then swing through. If you can't get the hang of it on full swings, especially if you're on a range, it can be quite a bit of pressure with people watching. Just do little half swings and work your way up from there. Great way to start and builds the confidence so you can work up to full freezers. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope this video helps.